Hello and wakey bakey BitMonger family. Hope you guys are all doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about some good and the bad of what I see with Bitcoin. And actually, it's not bad if you know how to play it right. It can be a very good thing. But it's just a matter of being on the right side of things, like always. So I'll be talking a little bit about that. I'll also be showing you guys a little bit of my short trades that I did while I was absent with my sickness. I still managed to pull off some sweet trades. I've been shorting this market like shit and just ripping it up, man. It's been amazing. Go back and watch my videos if you haven't seen those about my common sense shorting video. And if you didn't see it, yesterday's video, you can learn about my horror experience that I just had, and where all the skin around my eyes got peeled off, and just been suffering. But I won't get into that. You can watch that video. It's pretty hilarious. I did have one good thing come out of it though, and that is the hospital visit. So check it out. Amazing. All right, so this is what I got to say about Bitcoin and the markets in general. So the bad look is this, if you want to consider it bad, and that is, I believe that sometime between now and when we really start seeing liquidity get injected into the system, which will raise our boats, we're going to experience a contraction. And usually liquidity injections happen with a crisis or some sort of problem, right? And that is going to most likely happen. And I went and I looked it up here, guys. You can see here. So I asked, before they do injections of U.S. liquidity with the debt rollover, will the monetary supply contract? Okay, and you guys got to be using AI. The key is to, ask it smart questions to get the answers that you're seeking, and then you can correlate them to how it's going to impact the markets. And essentially, it says, based on available economic data and forecast as of early 2026, the U.S. M2 money supply is indeed projected to experience a contraction over the course of 2026, potentially in the early part of the year, before major liquidity injections tied to debt rollovers take full effect. Here's the breakdown. So guys, go ahead and look it up yourself. So what happens is when we have this sort of liquidity crunch, we're most likely going to have a drop in markets. That's generally what happens. So I would say this, keep a bunch of dry powder on hand, and, watch for tails of the market. If we see it starting to go down, you might want to be shorting it. I'm starting to look at shorting it because look at these charts, guys. They are just fucking insane. Check this out. That's the gold chart. Look at that. All-time highs, man. Look at that thing rip. I don't know, this could potentially go further for sure, but I think it's getting at a point to where it's going to start to lose steam and it's going to start to contract. And look at silver. This is sick. Look at the silver chart. My God, it looks like a little shitcoin. So guys, like I say, gravity is going to speak at some point. These things can't keep going up like this. Now, markets can't remain irrational longer than you can stay solvent, right? You've heard that expression. That's true, but we still need to be keeping an eye on it. And I do think it's getting to a point to where it's about to either at least slow down or roll over to something. And I can tell you, people, when you make that much profit, you got to be an idiot not to take some off the table. And if we started experiencing any sort of downturn in precious metals, I suspect it's not going to fare well for our beloved Bitcoin and our cryptos. I think those things are going to tank just as easily. And when we do get that injection of liquidity, though, I think that is when we start to see our risk on assets and all those things absolutely rip later in the year. So, you know, I've been saying Q1 we probably would experience something. We'll see. I'm still playing it. I do have a bunch of money set on the side to buy any sort of massive dip. But in the meantime, I'm dollar cost averaging in. Remember, I sold a lot of my stuff, you know, in early October, got out of the market, and now I'm, you know, buying stuff at massive discounts. So it's going well for me. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got this one that I just pulled the other day, VVV, 13.5%. We got this one, MYX, 20.7%. XCN, this one was a ripper, 73%. And recently, Kosh, 21.7%. So yeah, guys, life is good. Still managed to pull it off. But in my bad state, it's been good. I love trading money, trading crypto, making money online from my beautiful beach house in Thailand. So you guys might want to be looking at what I'm doing if you're struggling to make money overseas and live the good life in Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia. The beauty of this type of thing is once you learn this type of skill set and you can get really good and proficient at it, you can basically live anywhere and make it. But certain places it's going to cost a lot more, of course, but as you develop your skill set, you can up your ante and, you know, leverage it more. But on some of these little shit coins, they're not that liquid, so, you know, you may not make a huge amount, but, you know, you can make a few $100 a day just sitting in your so that's not bad, right? And then long-term investing, you know, making bids on assets when they're super depressed prices and then writing them up and selling them. And that's the way to do it, guys. I'm living proof, diving instructor to teacher to, you know, no, I'm chilling. And if I can do it, you guys can do it too. Anyways, hope you guys are all doing well. Monger on.